Ba-do-ba-do. Ba-do-ba-do. Spell Mojave. Look at me. I misspelled Mojave in a headline.
We'll note that in your permanent file.
Yeah. H. That's funny. Okay. Oh, well.
We got nothing.
Mojave.
They're actually seal coating my neighbor's driveway. Is that what it's called? Asphalt, the black. Yeah. They're not. Yeah. They didn't dig it up, but they're seal coating.
Yeah, they coat it. Yeah, it's kind of an interim.
And they've got their like big drum of tar or dead dinosaurs, and the noise that machine is off-putting. Thankfully, the wind, I'm guessing from maybe Hurricane Sally or whatever is over us, is pushing it all towards my neighbor's house, which I find slightly hilarious.
Nice.
But the noise is, I'm sure you can't hear it, but it's just like, it sounds like a hot air balloon, like that, like noise, just permanently.
Well, unlike COVID, this is going to pass quickly.
Hopefully, unless they like spill that thing all over our street, and then
right. Well, then you'll be in a deep sleep and won't have to
be digging through. Is there a woolly mammoth in here? Like,
right? There's like bones sticking out of it.
Let me pull something up here so I don't forget it. That was aggressive.
Let's see. Where is this? What am I looking at?
Hell.
No, that's not bad.
Version of hell.
How do I... with lab mode. I'm going to turn on the Amazon Halo's live tracking of my tone. And so as we talk, I'll know, how I sound.
Terrible?
Yeah, that's what it says, terrible. It says, why are you such an asshole? No, it's...
I don't know what bougie experiment you're trying to do over there with all your technology.
I'm going to probably publish something as soon as today that I'm not going to go forward with this Amazon thing, but well, no, it's just not for me. I just for my specific needs, it's just not. It doesn't have the things I want, but it does have a couple of really unique features, and one of them is this tone feature, which is optional, of course, and it's supposed to track your voice over the day. And it has a little microphone in the thing, and it will give you little warnings if you sound a little too aggressive. But you can also turn on live tracking, which is what I'm using now, and it says that I'm interest focused and knowledgeable.
Yeah, that needs to go right into the dumpster.
Just prompt me with the right topic, and it's going to go way off. It's going to go right off the deep end. Beep, 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 beep.
Like when you get too angry, it just says call your cardiologist. Like it doesn't say like calm down.
Exactly, it just dials 911. Now I'm used and friendly.
Yeah. So, Paul, let me ask you, what are you doing on October 1st or potentially September 30th? Not sure about time zone stuff.
I'm going to be away.
Yeah.
That's the week I'm away.
According to our favorite feline-based Twitter account, Mr. Walking Cat, there's going to be a Surface event that day.
Yeah, I saw that. That's fine. I mean, of course, Wednesday, which must be the 1st, is... Windows Weekly, which I'm going to be doing that, of course. And if Microsoft really wanted to dig in on us, having this event at exactly the same time as Windows Weekly would be a great time to do it.
Yeah, you know what they're going to announce there, Paul?
I do not.
Here's my prediction. And full transparency, I think Zach has heard similar things. So, but full transparency, here's what here's my prediction: Surface Pro X2.
Okay. Yep. Right. SH2 chip based on C8CX Gen 2. Yep.
Yep. The Surface Go style laptop thing.
Okay. So the Surface, the mini Surface laptop. Yep.
Yep. I don't think we're going to get a Pro.
Interesting. So do you think that just disappears? Or
No. I don't. I think it's going to get just pushed back. I just don't think they're going to launch it.
So let me ask you this, though. Do you think whenever they do launch Surface Pro 8, does it take on the new form factor, or do they stick with what works?
I believe it does.
Okay. I hope it, because that would make it a really interesting device.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a laptop update.
See, unfortunately, that's quite necessary because, like as we discussed previously, the original gen, the third gen,
Hmm.
comes with that what must be like a 3000 series AMD chipset, which is terrible,
Yeah.
or what the name of it
It
is.
really
And
does need the new one. So we'll see on that one. And then no studio either. Not expecting that. So
when did they last update Studio? Do you
long
remember?
time.
2 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my prediction as of today. That is subject to change. But
What else might be? So no Surface. Surface Book is too soon, I would say.
yeah, Surface Book just happened. So that's not going to be happening there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We'll see.
Surface Go is on its own schedule.
Surface Duo will not be updated either. I'll throw that one out there. I think that's a safe bet. If they, can you imagine if they came out with Surface Duo 2 like at this thing, like everybody
They
about it be
just
like,
preview it.
yeah.
In 2021, we're gonna ship something that actually makes sense.
So then we got that. Yeah, that's kind of the. I think that might be the fall event. There might be some peripheral stuff. I'm not sure yet, but still.
Right. Peripheral stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, look for colors and all sorts of fun little surfacey nuggets. I mean, the big one's out of the way. The Duo. That's
Surface Nugget would be a great product name,
Yeah.
by the way.
what would that
Surface-
actually even be? Like a little.
Like a little computer shaped keychain or a tracker tile thing. I don't know.
Yeah. They didn't announce those Apple Tile things either that were fully leaked. So those got to be coming probably, I guess, with the phone. Maybe that makes more sense to launch with the phone.
Speaking of which, they also did not, they being Apple in this case, did not announce a new Apple TV, which was widely expected. And I would buy one immediately if they just included a better remote, you know?
No, I mean, they're supposedly having 2 more events this year before the end of the year. So,
But iPhone, it seems like it's its own event, and you could put tags with that. That makes sense. And then the Mac is its own event. So how does the Apple TV fit in? I guess they could just release it.
which either one of those events probably doesn't have enough content, I guess, maybe.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
actually, I bet if I was betting, maybe the iPhone event, because the iPhone event, like, they have really just kind of said, like, here's the iPhone, and then just like drop it on the table, like, all right, we're moving on now because, like,
I don't know. It like they could potentially have, I think it's 4 different iPhones this year, right? Or at least 3.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, anyways, we got that. There was something else. Oh yeah, the Xbox pre-order stuff, right? That's the 22nd, 8 a.m.
Second.
Pacific time, right?
That's right.
11 a.m. Best time zone.
Nice of them to be specific
Yeah.
about the Pacific time, you know? Unlike Sony.
Unlike Sony was just like,
Sony's
here's
like,
the dice,
"Eh,
and
it's-"
everybody can scramble.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of scrambling for Sony devices this holiday season. I can tell you that.
So I bet there will be on the Xbox side too.
Yeah.
It's-
And maybe for the same reasons. Yeah.
they're just going to sell out. I mean, it's
Yep. I think you're right.
now the bigger question is are they all going to get picked up by bots? That's what happened with the 3080 or the RTX. I keep wanting to say GTX, RTX 3000 series. Like all these automated shopping bots just bought up the entire inventory, which was nice of them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. There's actual service out there you can pay like $75 a month for, and it'll let you like check out of like places like 12 at a time or something, like 12 different accounts. And it's,
Yeah. That's a little dicey.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little is a dicey. And then you've been writing these like SMB things, haven't you?
Yep.
I'm not making
Yep.
that up.
Yep. 2 tips so far into the art. Yeah. So, people, I put a note in there that explains that these are posts that would have been premium, but Microsoft is sponsoring some articles. And of course, people are like, oh, it's an advertisement, you know. And I appreciate some of the interactions I've had with people, some of the readers, because some people have, we've kind of gone back and forth with it. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Microsoft has never come and said, write this or write about this or, whatever. All the content and stuff. And we're doing some other stuff. We're doing some interviews next week. That's all from us. Like, and these are articles, by and large, I would have been writing myself anyway. In fact, that first one was something I had been sitting on. It was something I had intended to write for months, but we had been kind of hoping to get some Microsoft sponsorship for something. And it just kind of worked out that way. So just so people understand, I mean, this is a good thing for us and for the site. And it's just we get paid somehow, right? We have advertising, which is terrible. We have premium if you can do that. And then, sponsorships are another way, but it's not like an ad. It's literally, there's no oversight. They don't ever come back and say, no, you can't do this. When I did the call for the interviews, I said, look, good, bad, and different. I just want to hear about your experiences. We're not trying to promote something per se, but I mean, other than the fact that actually we do feel pretty positive and strongly that Microsoft 365 is a good value. And that's just, that's where it's coming from. It's not, it's not an advertorial or whatever. So some people clearly get it, and some people will always be suspicious of it. And I guess I understand that, but come on, it's us. It's not, we're not some terrible website.
Are we? I mean,
well, someday we'll write the tell-all, the behind the scenes. How many times Paul had to be scaled back from murdering somebody?
It's more than one, I can tell you, folks. I can tell you that for definitively. It's definitely more than one.
Brad and I have a strong enough relationship that we both agreed that if bodies need to be buried, we will help each other in whatever capacity is required.
All I ask is a courteous, maybe 20-minute heads up so I can get the gloves and the right tarp.
It's like a lightning and rain, and the phone rings. It's go time.
My wife's like, "Why are you putting on camo paint?" Like, honey, it's time. It's time. Like,
right. Yeah. Bring your rain clothes and a shovel.
Speaking of its time, next week we've got Ignite happening, the modified, the Duo Ignite, whatever you want to call it. Happening next week, all digital, all online. So that's going to be something to look forward to.
It's going to be a busy time. Lots of announcements. And, because they did this before the build, they sort of came to understand, like, we can't do the full week Ignite show. We can do like 2.5 days. It's months. And so there's going to be a second one. They haven't said when, I guess, first half of next year sometime. So, yeah. Not the same as going to New Orleans, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the one that I miss. Like, Build is fine in Seattle. That's always whatever. But this is the one that's I always like.
Build.
Because there's lots of people. It's a fun time.
Every year, it's like you kind of cross your fingers, like, where is it going to be? And sometimes it's Chicago, and you're like, ugh. But or Orlando is the worst one. But then sometimes it's someplace awesome, like New Orleans. And New Orleans would have been great. But, oh well.
Yeah, provided they're doing all right.
They're still there, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, they just got hit by Sally, and then there's another one, like, farting around in the Gulf of Mexico right now that they're not quite sure where it's going to hit.
Oh, it's like lining up like that scene in the Airplane movie where everyone's going to beat on the girl who can't shut up, and they all have different weapons in their hands. It's like, it's not a good time.
I have a bold prediction for next week, Paul. Okay. Bold prediction. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think they might do some team stuff.
Yeah.
Heard it
I
here
don't think I'm
first.
violating any NDAs by saying you're almost certainly correct. Yeah.
So we've got that to look forward to. It shouldn't be, there's going to be a lot of IT Pro and like that Microsoft 365 stuff. It's not going to be like the last 2 weeks where we've had like Xbox stuff, Sony stuff, RTX 3000 stuff, an Apple event. Although Google's supposed to be having an event sometime soonish.
That's right. Yeah, well, for Pixel. That's kind of a...
I always like Google's animations, though. That's like the one reason I tune in. Like, I'm never going to buy the phones, but the animations are always nice.
This might be the first time. I just bought a Pixel 4a, but I don't know, what year was it the 6P came out? 2015, 2014? I don't remember. But I bought their whatever flagship every year. Sometimes I bought two. This year, I don't know. I might just not. I don't know.
I bet you do. Maybe.
I don't know. I will be buying an iPhone. I can tell you that. Like, that's a
yeah, because you got your watch. When's your watch? Your watch is middle of next month.
Yeah.
There's a possibility they might align, and you get your watch and your phone like in the same.
Yeah, I might actually go with the smaller one this time. By the way, if the camera is exact, because you don't have the new one. Like, this thing is a tank. Like, it's so heavy and dense. Like, it's crazy.
Is that the Samsung or which one?
No, I'm sorry, the Apple 11 Pro Max. It's it's just so heavy. Even compared. I wonder what they're pretty similar. It's funny, the Note is bigger, but they might actually be around the same weight. There's something about this this is a weird thing with devices. I've noted this with different things in the past. For some reason, there's something, I don't know if it's the weight balance. It just feels so dense. It's like lead.
Yeah, no idea what it's working with. Something that's so dense.
Oh.
It is a Friday show. My Bengals got bangled last night. They're very...
Oh, I didn't even see this happening. So who would they play?
The Browns. That's the one that hurts. You didn't even have to say anything.
Was it like a Cleveland high school team or what is it? Okay.
Remember how we talked about bodies getting there? It's
Didn't expect to be on the receiving end of it.
I will say this: that Joe Burrow he does not play like a rookie quarterback. He is very good. The problem is that's it.
The problem is there's
like
like 35 other people in the squad.
Well, the biggest problem is we have a good running back. We have our receivers are okay. AJ Green's not looking super great like he had been, but the problem is that our Bobby Hart and the guy next to him, Fred, I can't remember it, but the two guys on the right side of the O-line are turnstiles, and like
they actually it's like when a body in space goes by a sun, it actually speeds up as it goes by. So it's almost like they're thrusting them forward toward the quarterback,
And so like it's bad. Like I actually fear for Burrow's like health and safety. Like this guy's going to get assaulted by some very large lineman in the not too distant future because he keeps getting. I mean, thankfully the guy can run because Andy Dalton looked like a baby lamb had just been born and just like just unconfident. And Joe Burrow can at least run. Andy would just
Tom Brady
back.
legs.
Yeah, exactly. So,
boy.
anyways, that was, and the problem is, like, I would rather the Bengals just lose in like horrific fashion, but they managed to like hold on all the way until the end, and then they just lose by less than a touchdown. So it's not like I can go to bed at halftime thinking, there's no way, and then
you actually have to stay up because there's hope, and then you hate because you stayed up.
I mean, 2020 hasn't been bad enough, so I just keep riding it out to see how this can become worse.
What could make 2020 worse? The Bengals.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I went into this season more optimistic than I usually am. I'm always optimistic at the beginning of the year, and then we're 2 games in, and we're already like, oh Jesus.
I got to say, I kind of enjoy this year not really caring about any team in particular. So this has always been. I know this is a stupid thing to complain about, but during the Patriots had like a 18-year run with Tom Brady, it was amazing. But
it worked out.
It was all
in Tampa so far.
yeah, good. Yeah, enjoy that. But it kind of, and it's a stupid thing. It kind of ruined it because you were always stressed, about every week because they were always in it, and I used to always say to my, I used to say to my friends, like, I enjoy the other game on Sunday because like, I don't care what it is. Like I just watch it, just enjoy football,
Yep.
And now that's kind of just what football is. And
you can watch the Bengals. I mean, trust me, there's no stress there.
Well, there's good football and there's bad football, Brad. You aren't overly familiar with the other side of the fence, but well, you've seen other games. I mean, you've seen they're good teams. I don't know, coaching and whatnot.
Oh my God. So all right.
Well. All right.
Oops, that's you. All right.
Wait. This is my recap.
Oh, hold on. You're still
15
live,
minutes, 57 seconds. You sounded mostly focused, but also interested and knowledgeable. There you go.
I tend to disagree with that.
It's Amazon, dude. I'd love to take your advice, but I'd have to go with Amazon on this one. Bye.